Today on the Chemist Garage, we're going to be working on 2004 Mercedes-Benz C230 Compressor Sport, trying to track down an engine coolant leak using this cheap, affordable Amazon radiator pressure tester kit. Stay tuned for more right after this. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And just as the video intro stated, this 04 C230 Compressor Sport has some type of engine coolant leak. Now, coolant leaks are usually easy to diagnose because, of course, they always leave some type of telltale sign from the hoses where coolant is actually leaking out. Now, when it comes to newer model vehicles, a lot of these parts are plastic and tend to break and crack over time. Now, this 04 here has over 260,000 miles on the clock, and a lot of these parts are probably going to be brittle and time for a replacement. So today we're going to go ahead and take a look underneath the hood, see if we can find this leak, diagnose it to either being hose, plastic, or what have you. Now, I kind of wanted to show you a tool that I found on Amazon, which is really cheap and affordable and helps you out greatly when it comes to diagnosing these types of issues. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this equipment first before we actually get underneath the hood. All right, so this is the Cool Pool Radiator Pressure Tester Kit, aka a leak detection kit. Now, Cool Pool is not a sponsor of this video. I went ahead and purchased this off of Amazon for roughly about $65. Now, this is a 30-piece kit, and it will fit most Japanese, European, and American model vehicles. And if we go ahead and open it up, you can see that we have a slew of adapters. Now, one thing I really liked about this kit was the color coding system here. Now, each color code represents a couple of vehicles that it is able to fit, and so that is phenomenal. So inside here, you'll get some directions that will tell you what color fits what make and model of vehicle that you have. Now, we also have different adapters for our Japanese cars, such as Honda and Acura here. So we actually have 3 of them here, 1, 2, and 3. Now, with this kit, we also get a vacuum system, and this is the really good part about this kit. So what we use this for is we go ahead and create a vacuum using our shop compressor here, and we create a vacuum and we suck in our coolant into the engine and eliminate the chance of introducing any air pockets. So that is phenomenal right there. Now, the kit also comes with a pressurizing system, and this is what we're going to use today. Now, with the pressurizing system, it's rated up to about 35 psi, so we can go ahead and pressurize the coolant system and try and diagnose and find out where that leak is coming from. So once you pressurize it, obviously if there's a crack or a leak somewhere, you're going to start seeing radiator fluid or cooling fluid come out of that location. So hopefully that's our situation today, and let's go ahead and hook this up to the vehicle now and get to testing. All right, guys, so before I begin, I always like to give the engine a quick look over to see if we have any signs of leakage. Now, one thing to note that, I see some blue radiator fluid right here, some coolant right here, and I don't know if this is old or this is something new and it's just dried. So that's why it's always a good idea to kind of give it a good once over to see if you see any signs here. But I do see something from here, and taking a look at the expansion tank here, or refill tank, I do see some liquid here that has dried up. And if we take a look at the side over here, we got some coolant around here. So again, I don't know if any of this stuff is old or new, so that's why we have our pressurizing system. And if I take a look down here, you can actually see some coolant down there, and it seems to be fresh. So that looks new. So maybe it's leaking from here. Any other areas here? Now, this is all coolant piping here, but I don't see any leaks coming from any of these fitting areas. Nothing here, nothing there. And taking a look at our hosings down below here, I don't see anything down here. Over here, now we do have some telltale signs here. We got some dried up coolant there, down there. It could be possibly leaking and dripping down here. Maybe it may be leaking out from this area right here. A couple of drops right there. There's Nothing seems to be fresh. Of course, this vehicle has been sitting for a minute, so everything is cool. So it's not really going to tell us much. Okay. Mercedes is pretty well known for having an issue on the backside of the engine right here. There's a coolant piping that's on the backside underneath here, and that usually tends to break over time, causing a drip down below. Now, if we take a look down below, we do have a lot of oil for one, so we might possibly have an oil leak going on as well. And there's a real good sign right there. I see a lot of drips, some blue coolant dried on that piping there, and that piping looks to be plastic, so that may be our issue right there. Let's go ahead and head over to the other side. Okay, well, there's an oil leak, so we potentially have another issue we need to resolve. But down here, I'm not sure if you can see where that clamp is at. That is the piping that connects into the engine, and that usually cracks. So I'm not quite sure if the coolant leak is coming from there, but I don't see any signs of any liquid down there or coolant. But we do have quite a bit of coolant right here, so I'm going to say that this is going to be our issue, or one of many issues. So let's go ahead and hook up our pressure kit here, and we're gonna make sure this vehicle is cool. And as you can see, we got build up here and around here, and our coolant is actually to the top line mark, so it looks like it's been refilled recently. So let's go ahead and attach our adapter. Make sure that's nice and snug. We're going to go ahead and hook up our piece here. We're going to pressurize the system to roughly in between 15 to 20 psi. All right, so I'm going to leave it there about 18 psi, and we're going to kind of sit here and monitor to see if that needle drops. Now, if that needle drops, we do have a leak, but it may be a slow leak, and we might not see it drop anytime soon. This may occur in the time frame of around maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, but we are exactly at 18 psi, and we're going to let this sit for a minute, and we're going to come back. I'll roughly give it about 20 minutes and see if it's back, if the needle has dropped anytime soon. All right, so for you guys it's been a blink of an eye, but for me it's been about 25 minutes or so. Yeah, I'd say about 25 minutes. And if we go ahead and take a look at our gauge here, you can see that it is dropped down to roughly almost about 16, maybe 17 psi. So much different from when we first started. So obviously we have a leak here, and the fact that this didn't drop down completely means it is a small leak. So we're going to go ahead and inspect our areas of concern that we saw the first time around. So we're going to take a look around here, and these things over time tend to crack, and obviously we don't have a crack here. I don't see any additional leaks around the top area here or the side. So we know that this portion is good. And we're going to go ahead and inspect down the hoses down here to see if we have any leaks. And I don't see any fresh fluid down there, or coolant I should say. So nothing here. Maybe the cap was loose at one point and it kind of spilled out. That could potentially be that issue right there while we have buildup. Don't see anything around the pump down here, and
down these hoses here. We'll take a look at the back side. And we seem to be good down in this area. Now we did have some coolant buildup right here that's dried out, and I don't see any fresh coolant coming from this area. All the piping looks good. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and pump this back up, build some pressure back up into the system, and maybe we can actually see something pump out. All right, so we're at 18, 19, in between 18 and 19 psi, and it's quite a bit of pressure there. So nothing seems to be leaking here. We did have a trouble issue over here where we saw some dry coolant. And if I take a look down here, yep, I can see some coolant dripping down the side. Let me see if I can go ahead and touch that for you guys. And we got fresh coolant coming out right there. So that may be our troubled issue. Looking down below, this plastic piece seems to be maybe cracked or leaking. Like I said, this car is roughly almost 19 years old, and with a 264,000 and some change miles on the clock. Of course, a lot of these parts are going to get old and brittle and crack over time, but it seems to be leaking right about the top side right here. So yeah, that's going to need replacing. Let's go ahead and take a look on this side. Take a look down there. I don't see any fresh coolant dribbling down the bell housing, so we're good there, or along the sides. So it looks like we went ahead and tracked down our leak. It's a small leak. Of course, this is a tight area. It's going to be pretty difficult to get my hands down there and remove this hose, which connects to here. So again, we have two coolant pipes that travel down here below on the Mercedes C230 Compressor Sport. And this is our thermostat location. I don't see any leaks coming out from the hose going into the radiator. All right, so let's go ahead and release our pressure and put back our cap.
All right, guys, so there you have it, a quick and simple way to detect leaks if you so happen to have an engine coolant leak and you're unsure of where it's coming from. Now, this pressurized kit was pretty much a no-brainer. Helped me out greatly in diagnosing this issue rather than doing things the old-fashioned way and working inside of a hot engine bay waiting for that coolant to show itself in a leak. Now I'm going to go ahead and leave an Amazon affiliate link down below if you're interested in purchasing a leak detection kit such as this. I'll leave a couple of them for you guys for my recommendations. Now if you made it this far, if you can, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. In my next video, we're gonna go ahead and swap out these parts, get that leak plugged, and use the vacuum system in order to refill our coolant. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.